it's all relative, you know?
Yeah, my life.
What's your furthest distance?
5K.
5K. Well, listen, you've basically been a professional athlete since you were 4 years old, so you don't have to run any further than 5K. You have nothing to prove.
Thank you for making me feel better. So, okay, so how do you make that transition? How do you go from being a lawyer to saying, hey, this isn't for me. I've spent years, dollars, etc., following this dream, and, you know, I've got to change it. Is that scary? How do you go from that?
I think it is scary. It felt like jumping off a cliff, but you know that I love having these conversations with professional athletes, especially because people are always like, how do you stay motivated? Like the early mornings, the late nights, like the 10,000 hours, the 100,000 hours that takes to level up and pivot. Yeah. Really requires an assessment of purpose versus motivation. I'm not on the hunt for motivation. Motivation happens on a good day. Yeah. Purpose is oxygen. Purpose is what gets you out of bed in the morning. So for me, it was, you know, as a Cuban and Puerto Rican woman, as a Latina, it was making my family proud, honoring their legacy, and knowing that I was here on earth to pursue more than what other people told me I had to check the boxes and do. Yeah. And that took like listening to my inner conversation. And when I was a lawyer, I started running. I was not an athlete growing up. I was allergic to exercise. I didn't run my first mile until I was in law school. And that experience of leading a divorced existence of like 12 hours, 14 hours a day, days at the law firm, counting down the minutes until I could just go for a 20-minute run. Yeah. That really showed me like where my purpose was misaligned or misidentified. And that's when I knew I had to make movement my message.
So you have this saying, make them look twice. I love that. So is that a part of purpose and motivation also?
Yeah, you know, because I think when the foundation is purpose and that's in true alignment, then you can add the swagger and the motivation and the sass and the look good for victory moments on top.
Yeah, I agree. Okay, so tell us about your series, Hustlers at Home.
Hustlers at Home. Yeah. Hustlers at Home is something I created during this stay-at-home time. And we're having to hustle at home. We're having to re-identify in some ways how we hustle and maybe even recalibrate what hustle means. Yeah. I know for me as an athlete, I love like heavy lifting work and barbell work, but I don't have access to that right now. So I had to re-identify for myself what hustle means in a way that honors our time right now and is compassionate for our time right now. But those conversations, starting with the Peloton instructors, are really just a way to like peel back the curtain and get into maybe the more vulnerable time capsule that we're in right now and just explore that.
Right. I like that. Hustling at home.
I'd love to have you on Hustlers at Home.
Look twice. I'm there. Let me know when.
Awesome.
Because I'm literally hustling at home. You should
yes,
see
you
this
are.
also. See this flow. Crazy. All right. So should we grind?
Let's do it. So the workout today is focused on glutes and core. It's a quickie. We're only going to be hustling for about 15 minutes. No body weight only. Make sure y'all can see me.
So we've been doing body weight only, so that way no one feels excluded if they don't have workout equipment, because it's hard to get it nowadays.
Yes, it is. So it is hard to get it, and movement is medicine. And I'm on that mission too, where I want people to feel like they have access to that conversation with their own bodies.
Agreed.
All right, so first, I'll show you all 5 moves, and then we'll go through it. It's a 3-circuit. We're going to go through 3 times, 5 moves. First 3, glutes. Last 2, core. So first movement is going to be a pop squat, and this is going to be after some dynamic warm-ups. So pop squat, we're going to be taking it down and up. So you're in that squat, touch the ground, and come up. If jumping doesn't work for folks, then you just hold that air squat, which I'm going to show you in a moment. Second movement, it's going to be a curtsy lunge to a side lunge. So curtsy lunge, you're going to take your right leg behind your left, take it back, same leg. Left leg is planted, take it over into a side lunge. So it's a 2-parter. Curtsy lunge to side lunge. Third movement, we're going to be taking it on our backs. Uh-oh, you might not be able to see me.
Okay, I'm gonna lower my camera too.
There we go.
Or this phone. Lower the phone.
Production. We're now all production people as well.
Right?
It's
Who would have thought?
It is so real. All right. Let's see if that works. All right. Third. Okay, perfect. Third movement. We're going to be on our backs. And this one is subtle, but on it. So right leg is going to be down. Lower back is neutral pelvis. Lower back is in the mat. Left leg is up. Toe is pointed. And you're going to give me circles about the size of a hula hoop, but only as big as you can keep your pelvis still. And then we'll obviously hit the other side. Then we're going to be taking it into a tabletop curl and nod, that head, neck, and shoulders off the mat. Send those legs out, back to tabletop. Obviously, the longer the lever, the tougher it is. So the lower you go to the floor, the tougher. For those of you who might be newer to fitness, maybe you just keep it in tabletop for today. And then final movement, pop it over, forearm plank, right leg comes out, left leg comes out, alternating right and left. That's it. We're going to do that 3 times. It's about 30 seconds each movement, or 11 reps as we are here.
Yeah.
With the queen of 11. I love it. So
11 out of 10.
So let's take it into just 60 seconds of a dynamic warm-up. Let's take it into some knee hugs, bringing your right knee above your hip crease and then your left knee above your hip crease, getting into that body awareness and that balance, sending energy through the standing leg. So 11 was tell me about 11, because that's, you always go that extra mile, right?
Yeah, so 11 is kind of that level of life that you want to live on. And I think it ties into what you said too, that motivation and that purpose.
Yep.
So when you have that, you do want to live your life on 11. That's going past the 10, because you don't know where you can get to if you don't set a limit. And I think unintentionally we do set limits, and I found myself kind of times walking off the court or accomplishing something that I didn't know that could happen. You're like, I'm not sure how I won that match, when you thought it was impossible, but you just have to let yourself do it. So
yeah. Well, you know what I find fascinating is that when you're at the top of your game, like you are, there is oftentimes nobody else above you. So you have to set your own next level.
Yes. You compete with yourself to get better. And that's what I'm trying to do in this quarantine also. And also encouraging people that there's so many things out of your control right now.
10 more seconds.
The one thing you can't control is your health.
Yep. You can control how you move. You can control how you breathe, and you can control what you focus on. Last one.
Agreed.
Whew. All right. Agreed. So we got those glutes popping. So first movement is going to be in that pop squat. So we're going to get that heart rate going a little bit. It's going to be 30 seconds. I care much more about form than I do about speed, but just think you're trying to touch the ground, come up, touch the ground, come up. And if the jumping doesn't work, you're right back in that air squat. We got 30 seconds in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Whew. It's amazing how these little workouts, I'm like, 15 minutes. And then you're like, hold up, I'm restless. What happened? So we're starting with a move that spikes our heart rate a little bit. So in some ways, this will be the most challenging for folks, which is good because it kind of rips the Band-Aid off. 3, 2, 1. Whoo! All right. Curtsy lunge. Right leg comes behind your left. Keep that left leg planted. Side lunge. We're staying on this side for another 20 seconds. We're trying to get those 11 reps.
Exactly. So how did you take your first run? You said you were allergic to exercise.
Yeah.
How did you get into running?
You know what? I got into running to run through trauma. Other side. Left leg comes behind the right. That lacing up for me became how I went from feeling powerless to powerful. And I had really no examples growing up in my family, in my immediate life, of athletes. And when I discovered running, really accidentally, we're on the mat. Head, neck, and shoulders on the mat to start. Let's set ourselves up. Right foot planted on the mat. Left toe is up towards the sky. Start those circles. If you want a bit more of a challenge, extend your right leg and flex that foot. So the most challenging will be bottom leg outstretched, top leg doing circles.
Oh, this is a nice one.
So yeah, I mean, honestly, for me, it was just curiosity. I saw running shoes in my closet one day during law school, and I said, reverse the circle. And I said, hey, maybe that will help me release this trauma that my body is holding. And other side. So we're switching legs. We have a different leg pointed up towards the sky. And again, you're only taking that circle as big as you can keep your pelvis in neutral, which means your hip points and your pubic bone on one plane, one line. So when you started tennis, was it just like, that's what your family did?
Yeah, well, my dad started playing and he taught my mom. And I grew up in a family of
tabletop
athletes.
Press it out. Got it. So it's in your DNA.
It's in my DNA. My dad played sports growing up. My mom was very active, and she was born in the 50s, and it was a different time. So I think had she grown up now,
15 seconds,
she would have been a superb athlete. So
right,
I think a lot of their hopes and dreams went into the family.
It's so beautiful how they created that environment of just pursuit of greatness, right? Because there's aptitude and then there's hustle, and when you meet both and when you combine both, that's when legends are made, like yourself. All right, flip it over. Forearm plank.
Okay, so you combine aptitude with hustle. I got that.
Aptitude and hustle, yeah. So we're doing that right now. Forearm plank. So your elbow is right underneath your shoulder. Pinkies are in the mat. And I really want you to try to break apart the ground beneath you. Send energy from your head all the way through your heels. Belly button to spine. Squeeze your glutes. Squeeze your quads. And now, right leg comes out. Left leg comes out without those hips shifting. You've got 20 seconds. This is the last movement, and then we're going to do that all 2 more times. We got this. For those of you y'all watching, if you're a little bit newer, you can put your knees down and just hold the forearm plank. Last one. Woo! All right, here we go. Back to those pop squats.
This is a good workout.
All right, here we go. 30 seconds. Let's go.
How many days a week do you work out?
Usually 6. I take one day that is absolutely off. But my schedule's a little bit different now because I'm not necessarily going as intensely every day, but I'm just going like more taking fitness snacks. 3, 2, 1. Curtsy lunge. Left leg is planted, right leg comes back. Curtsy lunge, side lunge.
And what do your personal workouts look like?
So not in stay-at-home COVID life. It's 4 days a week teaching at Peloton, on the bike, on the tread, and on in strength. Other side, right leg is planted, left leg comes back. Curtsy, side lunge. Then it's usually 4 to 5 days a week of strength training. 1 day completely off, like sloth style. Watch Real Housewives or whatever. So yeah, it's running, strength training, my teaching schedule, and that's about it. Not enough stretching, but I try to do it. Whew,
do you ever have a slow week?
On the mat. Yes, and I try not to judge myself for it because I'm kind of wired to go, go, go. Left leg comes up, toes pointed. Let's hit those circles. How about you? How about yourself? Like, do you find when life slows you down, do you like that or do you kind of hate it? Because I hate it, but I need it.
Yeah, I do need to slow down, but
Reverse the
sometimes
circle.
there's a moment for it, and opposite, and
Yep,
then
other way.
yeah. So I think that in a very unbalanced life, I think everybody's working very hard and very busy. You
And
just
that
have
leg
to
comes
find
down. Other side.
you have to find your moments of balance weekly.
Yep, I hear you. Yeah, but and then right now, honestly, I've been doing a ton of Peloton classes with my teammates, riding, doing runs outside, but like short ones that I can do socially distanced in New York, and dumbbell workouts, body weight workouts, lots more yoga, other direction, reverse the circle, 15 seconds. So it is good. I mean, definitely like movement and exercise, I believe are medicine, and they have been my medicine right now. But it's also been tuning into that internal conversation that says, Robin, you're not doing enough. And it's like, nah, girl, chill. We're doing our best. We got this. Woo, take it down. All right, so we're going to tabletop those legs. Head, neck, and shoulders come off the mat. Create a little cradle with your hands. Knee over hip. You're going to press those legs out and bring it right back to tabletop. The lower you take your legs, the tougher this is going to be. This is all about control. I don't care how low you're taking your legs. I care that your lower back and pelvis feel supported. Keep breathing. Holding your breath will not help you here. 10 more seconds. We're going to flip it over to that plank. In 3, in 2, forearm plank, in 1. Last movement of this circuit. We got this, y'all. Now take that left leg out and right leg out. Once you set up in that plank, we're there. No booties in the sky. I don't want to see peaks or valleys. Let's save booties in the sky for when the clubs are back open.
Yes. I can't wait.
Oh my gosh, I've never missed, like, I go to Burning Man every year with my friends, and I am so craving just being free. 3, 2, 1. Woo! Just like that, we are in our final circuit. 10-second breather, and we're in it. Whew. Whew. All right, pop squats. Let's do this. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Anytime I get tired or down in a workout, I think I am putting a jewel in my crown right now. So if there's anybody watching right now who is doubting themselves, I want you to turn that doubt into determination. 8 seconds. Shout out to Jess Sims if you're out there, and all my teammates. 3, 2, 1. Curtsy lunge. Let's go. Right leg comes back and out. Last time we're doing all of this. Keep breathing, y'all. What's been your newest kind of discovery during this? What's one thing you're gonna take with you when the world opens up?
Staying more organized.
Yeah.
I'm not home a lot.
Yeah, other side.
So I've had to learn how to be at home, which means staying organized in a long time, and that's simple things. Washing clothes, all that kind of stuff that you're supposed to learn when you're a kid.
But you know, some kids are out there just slaying worlds and and winning worldwide competitions.
So yeah, I think that
all right, on the mat.
Real life skills such as that. I think also just letting go. Not
Left leg is up.
trying to be in control, just letting go and being
so
okay
beautiful
with that.
I know. I'm trying to be, like, just be a little more, which is really not easy for me. Other direction.
Have you taken up anything new while in quarantine?
You know, I've actually been coloring more. So nice. I guess it's not new. I mean, we all colored as kids, other leg. But so in New York City at 7 p.m. every night, the city cheers for the frontline workers, like from every, in my neighborhood at least, from every rooftop, from every window, from every balcony, people are cheering. And so I decided to color a little sign for the frontline workers. And then I've been coloring, so that's been my vibe, and a lot more journaling. 3, 2, 1. Tabletop those legs. So here's the deal. This is our last set, so let's see if we can increase that intensity. Instead of going in and out, we're just going to hold the extension. 20 seconds. In 3, in 2, in 1. Just hold. Head, neck, and shoulders are off the mat. Create a little cradle. Belly button to spine. Back is fused to the mat. I couldn't even move a piece of paper underneath your low back right now. Hold it, hold it, hold it. Yes, kings, queens, and non-binary royalty. I'm with you for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, for 1. Flip it over. This is our last movement. We have got this. Into that forearm plank, pinkies in the mat, head to heel, a nice long line. Move that right leg out, move that left leg out. Whoo! So for the last 15 seconds of our workout before we stretch, we're gonna hit plank jacks. That means you're gonna bring your right and left leg out at the same time. We're gonna hit that for 15 seconds. In 3, in 2, in 1, plank jacks. Let's go. Yes, you can, yes, you can, yes, you can. Or 8, 7, 6. Let's go, Venus squat. Let's go, 11, 3, 2, 1. Child's pose. Rest.
That was a great workout.
Thank you. Thank you for joining me. I'm honored that we could be teammates today.
I picked up some new core exercises there.
I love it. Let's move it over and just stretch our glutes real quick. Little figure 4. So back to that tabletop. Head, neck, and shoulders are on the mat. So you're going to bring your right leg over your left quad and then send your hands through that little diamond shape your legs are making and draw your left leg in. You should feel this in your right glute. Whew. Wow, it's amazing you're creating these opportunities for folks to explore wellness and movement because we all need it.
Yeah, it's been a real adventure, and I've learned a lot. I mean, I've never done a curtsy squat.
Well, here we are.
The big circles, those were great. I've actually never done a plank jack.
Other side, well, this is amazing. I'm teaching one of the best athletes in the world a little something, so that makes today an amazing day. Thank you.
So I'm going to definitely be incorporating these series in my own workouts, and I like that. I love a new exercise. I love learning from other people. So thank you for sharing with all of us.
Oh, you're welcome. So that's a little glute stretch. Obviously, we can never stretch enough, but that's what I had for y'all today.
Thank you so much. I know you talked about motivation and purpose, but how is your purpose being aligned right now, and what's keeping you motivated during this very interesting time?
You know, I think times like now are a gut check where the world holds a mirror and asks us, so who are you really? Because when times are going great, we all feel like we're in alignment. We have to be good to each other when it's tough to be good to each other.
Yeah.
And that love includes, the reflection in the mirror. So I think my purpose is to encourage and invite people to step into their power and to do epic things. I'll keep it clean in case there are kids watching. Do epic things. And at the end of the day, when I go to bed at night, I want to know that I've contributed to the world in a way that allows people to beat on their chest and remember who they are. So right now, I'm being put to that task, and I hope I'm showing up to it.
I love that. I love that. Couple more questions for you, if you don't mind.
Of course.
What are you doing to boost your health and your immune system right now? So what does that regimen look like, whether it's food or supplements, et cetera?
Yeah, I am plant-based, so I only eat plant-based foods, no meat, no eggs, no dairy. And I do believe that fueling things that came from the earth are making my body feel the best right now. That is how I've been fueling as an athlete and as an ultramarathoner for the past 7 years. Mm-hmm. And thankfully, I still have access to those foods right now in New York City. So I have a smoothie that is my daily nutrient green
drink. What's in the smoothie?
Oh my gosh, it's everything from like magnesium, I put aminos in there, glutamine, plant-based protein, kale, cauliflower. We'll put fruits like mango, berries, whatever I happen to have, usually frozen right now. And that is a staple of my day. But magnesium has been a big one. That has helped with cramping. It helps with muscle repair. And for the past 2 years, that's been in my smoothie every day, and it's made a big difference.
Yeah, I agree with that. I do not leave home without magnesium. It's in my bag. I travel with it everywhere. So
Yeah.
I completely agree. I think it's underrated. It's really underrated for hydration, all the benefits. You need it.
And just staying
I love that
hydrated.
tip.
I find that at home, I'm like a water person. Like I could drink like gallons of water a day, but at home I find myself on these Zoom calls, on these meetings, and I just kind of, I guess I'm not in that flow where I'm constantly like carrying the bottle. And actually staying hydrated has been a little bit of a challenge. So that's something I have to kind of mentally note.
Yeah, I think so too, because you get so busy and you're like, life has really been different and very different, I have to say here.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna be on Hustle and Flow, so you'll let me know.
Yes, I love it.
We'll
have you on Hustlers at Home.
I can't wait. I can't wait to actually come to one of your classes in person.
Oh gosh, that would be a dream. Let us know. We will roll out the red carpet once that studio is open for y'all.
Thank you so much. And, thanks for being an encouragement for living your dreams. And sometimes getting to your dreams is like that way, but it's still the path.
It is. The path is circuitous. It's like people, as a professional athlete, people are always trying to peel back into your story. It's like, how did you do it? And you're like, how many of the thousands of decisions that I need to make to get to where I am, right? So it's like, how do you unpack that? It is like, it's the windy road. And I think that's not what, I want to read the story where the queen saves herself. And I want to start telling the story to people to understand. It's not the queen was born and then she had a little bit of work and then that was it. It was like the queen was born, she made 10,000 decisions, fell down 1,000,000 times and got back up again. And then that was it.
Yes.
Thank you for telling that story.
That's 11 philosophy too. Just, it's a journey and there's wins and there's losses, but it all gets you there.
100.
All right. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you, Venus. Care. So incredible. Yes. Thank you. Be well. And bye to everybody who worked out with us today. Thank you for joining.
Thank you. Bye. All right. So that was Robin from Peloton instructor with the most amazing story. She was a lawyer and then decided this is not the life for me and actually made a change. And realizing that you are responsible for your life and your choices and that you actually do have choices. Even if those choices aren't immediate, you still have a choice. I love that. I love that philosophy. So thank you, Robin. You're a star. You're amazing. Thank you, Tunde, if you're still watching. I'm getting ripped because of you. And so you guys can, this is when I'm going to answer your questions. So we've got time for Q&A. It's my favorite time. So you guys go to my link in bio. So that way you can opt in for email updates and you can use the code Coach Venus for 20% off 11byvenus.com and turn comments back on. So that way, you can use that code Coach Venus. You can use a special code Stay Home for this outfit I'm wearing today, which is our Geo collection. And you can also use our Spotify playlist to get crunk, get working, get your flex on. Okay, so we've got some questions and some love to our audience. Thank you for engaging with me. Thank you for coming here to work out. This is not a question. This is from LX Lonnie Rodriguez. Hi, how are you again? Not a question, but thank you for motivating me, and I'm thankful for athletes like you and Robin. Thank you so much. I'm thankful for you. Thank you for just coming on here and grinding it out. It lets me know that I'm doing the right thing by continuing to be here in conjunction with 11 by Venus. Okay, the Gillionaire. Does magnesium make you sleepy? I take mine at night. I have not had a sleepy experience with magnesium, but it is relaxing, so maybe that's why you're getting sleepy. Let's see. Okay, let's see. Okay, Robin, can you say hi to me? I think she left, but I'm sure she would say hi. Amanda Respolito, I'm sure she would. Okay. This one is from Dodie, M18. Venus, are you practicing tennis? Yes, I am. Definitely not on the complete full schedule, but I am working hard. So whenever tennis comes back, I'll be ready. This is, what is your favorite music to a workout? I want to add a song to your Coach Venus playlist. You know what? I pulled out an oldie the other day. Panda by Designer. Remember that song? It was like a minute ago, but it's kind of nice to bring back oldies but goodies. And I love the new Beyonce, Megan, the Stallion Savage remix. Awesome. Okay. I've gotten bitten by so many mosquitoes, so sorry for scratching. There's like a cloud in my backyard. I think I'm going to have to change workout positions because I'm getting eaten alive out here. Okay. All right. So I'm waiting for questions to come in the question box. I'm waiting for them to reload so I can say some more hellos to you guys. I think there's a question of where you can watch these workouts. So if you go to my link in bio, you can rewatch over, but you just got to go in there so you can find out where that is. We can direct you there. You can do it anytime. Just go to the link in bio so you can find out where we're working out. Okay, this is from Maxie McCombry. Do you recommend playing tennis to lose weight, or should we lose the weight first? I would recommend doing something that you love, and then you can lose weight if that's your goal. So if you love tennis, get after it, and you do not have to lose weight to play tennis. So yeah. Let's see. While doing home care, this is from Somar Veed. While doing home care for my LD mother, this workout was excellent for me to do a little personal time. I'll take this one to the firehouse where I work. Thank you for your time. Oh, that is so amazing. Thank you. I'm so happy that you found this helpful, and I'm so happy that despite your challenges, I know that being a caretaker is, a full-time job and can be challenging and rewarding at the same time. I love that you also are finding moments to also take care of yourself, because if you don't do that, then you won't have as much to give. So thank you so much, Veed. We have more workouts coming for you as soon as Monday, and all the other workouts too. If you want to see those, they still exist. Just go to my link in bio so you can find them. Get those email updates so you can find out what we're doing. Okay. Let's see. Okay, so this is Tori Fitzgerald 11. What are some encouraging words to senior athletes who lost their senior spring? Tori, I feel your pain because I lost my spring too. My favorite city is Rome. Normally I'm there right now eating a bunch of pasta and just enjoying life. But there's other ways to play tennis also. So you can go ahead and still compete with yourself by getting better, add some new skills. So use this time to add some skills to your game that you can bring some surprises. So all is not lost. So that's what I'm trying to do also, is see how much better I can get. Okay, more questions. Oh, someone says use waterproof sunscreen to keep off the bugs. Yeah, these bugs are violent. I'm just, for the time being, I'm gonna move spot to another part in the yard. Isha says don't scratch. I know, but it just itches. Like when I was down there were clouds of bugs. Like, oh, it was bad. That's Florida though. Okay. Let's see. How am I staying motivated during quarantine? That is caffeine and CrossFit addict. Okay, so we know what you're addicted to. I hope you're finding these workouts challenging. How am I staying motivated during quarantine? I would say definitely knowing that I want to be ready for life afterwards, that I want to come back stronger and better. Having personal goals, I think that's it. Staying motivated, having personal goals is important. Also having a great team, great people around you keeps me motivated, because I don't want to let them down by not bringing my best and showing up. So if you have someone or something to help you stay accountable, that helps. Those are my tips. Okay. What's my favorite tennis shot to play serving? That's from Casa D23. I love to serve. It's the only thing I ever want to work on in practice. So, it's my calling. I'm 6'1" and I was meant to serve. Love that. Okay, this is from Muse of Glory. That's beautiful. Love that question about senior and college athletes who lost their spring season. Any encouraging words to keep them motivated? Yeah, that same thing that we lost. Let's not focus on what we lost because now we can't change it. We cannot live in the past. So let's look forward to what we can accomplish in the future. So that means like getting better, adding skills. If it was your last season in college, it's even harder because you love a sport and then that is kind of the end of it. So I would just say to use those lessons that you learned from sport and apply them in your life. So in the end, it's actually not the end. It's just the beginning of what you can use, what you learn from sport in life. Okay. This is from Liz Cook Fuentes. Will you and your sister do doubles when tennis starts back? We always want to do doubles. We really always want to do doubles. So if we can, absolutely. Okay, so this is Love Janie 11. What brand of magnesium and how much milligrams should I take? So there's different ways to take magnesium. You can do it orally. You can also take magnesium soaks. So a Suture, which is a brand I love. It's organic, all natural, very good for you. They have my favorite magnesium bath soaks. So if you go to Suture Life on Instagram, you can find those bath soaks. I just gave my mom some because she's sore. She's been doing Pilates 5 days a week. So I gave her the bath soaks. So I've got to re-up on my supply now. So yeah, oral, and just follow the bottles for dosage if you take it orally. And my coach says he finds that it gives him energy also. Okay, Lindsay Pauls, what are your thoughts on those tennis trainers where the ball is attached to a thong on a bungee? I thought it looked cool. I thought it'd be an awesome way to warm up, like right before your match. If I'm at the tournament and you can just get a swing in, get it going. Never had one, but I kind of want one because I've been seeing it lately too. Okay, let's get back to the question box. Oops, sorry about that. All right, so this is from Lady Isha. My happiest Friday. I love Friday. Don't you? Do you have any fun plans for the weekend? No. Stay home. Big surprise. Products that are sold, will they be available again? Okay, so we're sold out on some items on 11byvenus.com. I'm sorry about that, but we are getting back in stock. The plan is the end of this month, which is almost here. So, oh my God, I hope that we get those soon. Sometimes we're having some delays with shipping because of COVID, but I hope so. End of this month, early next month, we're getting back in all of our active wear as well, or at least quantities of it are coming back in all the time. Okay, let's see. Questions from, this is from Bartel Nora. She says, I'm so proud of you as a healthcare worker and a COVID survivor. I am not having the same energy. Okay, well, first of all, wow. Frontline healthcare worker. That is so brave. You make a choice to help other people. You don't have to do that, and you do. So thank you. 100 million%. That is brave and courageous. You're a hero. Second, energy. So I would say go ahead and obviously do sleep is super important. Foods that boost energy. So we just talked about magnesium. Other good foods for energy. I'm going to have to do a post about that. So Bartel, will you please look for my story? I'm going to do a post today about foods for energy and other ways that we can get energy as well. I'll get back to you. Okay. I love answering your questions. Thank you guys for coming with so many awesome questions. I love that. And yeah, this food for energy one is really exciting me now. And I haven't been doing food for energy for a while, so I don't have the exact answer. I have done it, so I'm kind of blanking on it. So I'll get back to you on that. supplements and food for energy. Okay. All right, guys. Well, I love you. And guess what? We're going to be back on Monday. Back on Monday next week. Now go to our link in the bio so you can opt in to know when we're working out, who we're working out with. It's usually at noon, but our schedule is going to be changing a little bit next week. So I don't want you to be surprised and wondering why we're not here or if we're not here at the time you thought. So go to the link in bio so that way you can get those updates on when we're working out. You can also go to 11 by Venus. So that way you can use our codes for a discount on our active wear, and we have exercise too. So we have resistance bands and resistance ropes and jump ropes also. So if you're having a hard time finding workout equipment, we have those on our website as well. So you could use the code Coach Venus for 20% off, and that's special while we're in quarantine self-isolation. So that way it's easier for you to stay active and work out. So before we leave, I'm going to just say hello to some of the folks on here right now. Hello, Baku. Kuzi Chronicles. We're going to say hi to Elizabeth Nava and Lahav Shafet and Miss Boo. Hi. And also to Jeliat. Hello, how are you? I don't think I got your last name right. Bad Mosi, I think I got that right. Augustine Facundo de la Majoria, hello. And Jamil Mirali, hi. So guys, love you. Thank you for joining. I'll see you on Monday at noon. Please enjoy your weekend. Eat something healthy. Do something fun. Have some champagne. Mine's over there. You see it? Might be putting that on ice.